What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another Prime Icon video. EA have released 4 more Prime Icons. Marco van Basten, Lothar Matthaus, Ronaldinho, I know a lot of people are excited for him, and Lev Yashin. 4 fantastic icons. Now guys, today, first of all, if you could drop a thumbs up, it'd be amazing. Second of all, I'm going to do things a little different, based on some feedback and some thoughts, and basically me not wanting to keep giving EA crap tons of money for basically nothing and getting ripped off. We've changed it. What I've done is I've already completed the 4 loan icons. We're going to go and look at their in-game stats and we're going to play a game with them. Every time I started doing the League SBCs, a lot of the requests were for me to actually use the players in a team and see how good they are. So the loan version of the icon is exactly the same as the non-loan version of the icon. You just get it for 20 games instead of permanently, but it is considerably cheaper. And the reason why we're doing that is because they're just not value for money. I say it every time that we come and do a Prime Icon video, I say they're not value for money, but guess what I do? I still complete the icon anyway, and I'm just burning myself. So today, yeah, we're not going to do that. So to look at what you do need though guys, an Ajax team for Van Basten, 2 Ajax players, 5 Eredivisie players, 77 overall rated, relatively simple. A Milan team, 2 Milan players, same league, max 5, team rating 83. Again, relatively simple, quite an easy, cheap one. A Netherlands team, again, 3 Dutch players and an 82 rated team, relatively simple. An 84 rated squad with 1 team of the week. An 85 rated squad with 2 teams of the week, an 86 rated squad with 2 team of the week, and an 87 rated squad with 2 team of the week. All in all, Van Basten is quite respectably priced. I don't want to say cheap because I don't think he's cheap, but let's see how I'll get Footbin open so that we can make sure we have a look at the current going rate for these guys when we have a look at their in-games and see that, I mean, just off looking at his card, it doesn't look amazing. He's got good shooting, okay dribbling, average pace, average passing, average physical. There's already better players out there on the game right now that are considerably cheaper. Next up, guys, is Lothar Matthaus. Now, this card does look good. You do need 1 icon. It has to be a central-based icon as well for Matthaus. You need a German team, 82 rated with 4 German players. A Borussia Mönchengladbach team, 5 Bundesliga players, 81 rated. 2 Mönchengladbach players, relatively easy to do. 2 Bayern, 82 rated, 5 from the same nation, very easy again. An Inter squad as well, 2 Inter players, 5 from the same league, and 82 rated. Again, relatively cheap, relatively simple. An 83 rated squad with 2 informs, an 84 with 1 inform, an 85 with 2 informs, an 86 with 1 inform, an 87 with 1 inform, an 88 with 1 inform, and an 89 with 1 icon. So as of right now, it looks like Van Basten is about 650k. And as I say, I don't think that's necessarily even, that doesn't represent that much value for money. Lothar Matthaus is about 2.3 million, and he definitely doesn't represent value for money. Ronaldinho, that we'll look at next, is about 2.7 million. Of course, if you have nothing, if you have things already, you'll be able to get it a little bit cheaper. So you need an icon for Ronaldinho, no restraints or restrictions, just an icon. You could use one of your previously generated icons. A PSG squad with 2 Paris players and 5 nationalities. A Barcelona squad, 10 Liga Santander, so a full La Liga squad with 2 Barcelona players. 1 Milan squad, again, generally quite easy, these ones. And then the money makers, the money burners, the 83 rated squad with 2 informs, an 84 with 1, an 85 with 2, an 86 with 1, an 87 with 1, and then you need an 88 with an icon and an 89 with an icon. So you need 3 icons for Ronaldinho. He's 2.7 million right now, and when I look at his card, I can't help but think, man, one to watch Neymar is just a better option. Yeah, I know he doesn't get the links that the icons get, and that is to some people quite important. And if you just love Ronaldinho, if you grew up watching Ronaldinho and he's your favourite player of all time, by all means go and spend your coins on Ronaldinho. But do not go and get Ronaldinho and expect him to be out of this world good for 2.7 million, especially given the fact that Lionel Messi's 98 Team of the Year card is 3.5 million right now and is considerably better than Ronaldinho, and you don't even need links with Messi because he's so good that even on 5 chemistry, just with no links at all, he'll still be better than Ronaldinho on 10 chemistry. And then last but not least, guys, is Lev Yashin. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people think that this is going to be a good goalkeeper. He's about 600,000 coins to complete for Yashin. A Moscow squad, relatively easy. Russia squad, relatively easy. These guys are going to be super easy to complete. And then just a few more squads. 83 with 2 informs. 84 with 5 from the same nation, so not even informs here. 85 with 2 informs, 86 with 2 informs, and an 87 with 1 inform. So, you know, you could easily complete this one just through red cards, that Andrea Pirlo card that we all got, like those sort of things. You could do this for a reasonable price. And as a high-rated goalkeeper, you know, a 94-rated goalkeeper with insane stats, I don't know why you necessarily wouldn't do him either if you're looking for an icon goalkeeper. So I have put these guys into a squad. We have got Van Basten up front here in my icon squad. 4-star weak foot, which is nice. 3-star skill moves, which is terrible. Medium, which is not ideal work rates unless you're going to play him in midfield. 6'2" is quite nice. The problem we have is that his passing isn't very good. So you're not going to want to play him as a midfielder. His stamina's good, his dribbling's very nice, his finishing is obviously very nice, and his composure's good. Do you want to use him as a striker? You whack a Hunter Chem style on him, he goes to 96 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, that's reasonable. And then of course he'll have perfect shooting, his dribbling's quite good. But like I say, there are other cards out there that are just as good, if not better than this, for cheaper and are tradable. So I don't think he's necessarily going to be the hottest thing since sliced bread. Next up is Matthaus. Now this card I really like. High work rate, which for me is perfect for an outside centre midfielder. 5'9", isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst. I've played with a lot of 5'9", 5'10" dudes this year, and they've been reasonable. 4-star weak foot, which is nice, and 3-star skill moves for the centre midfielders isn't the worst thing in the world. I prefer the wingers, the cams, and the strikers to have 4-star skill moves, but for the midfielders themselves, 3-star is quite okay. And when we look at his in-games, fantastic. Great stamina, great aggression, really well-rounded card. You might want to keep a basic chem star on him, but you can do anything with him. You can play him at cam and put a hunter on him and boost pace and shooting. You can play him as an outside centre mid and put maybe an engine on him and boost pace, dribbling and passing. You know, dribbling is obviously the downside for him, but his reactions and ball control is so good anyway that it doesn't really make much difference. It's not, you know, boosting his agility and balance a little bit. You're not really going to feel too much out of him. This is a really good card, but for 2.3 million coins that you'll never get back, just go and get the Team of the Year Kante instead. Or if you're going to use him in an offensive-minded scenario, go and get De Bruyne. Or if you're going to use him as an outside centre mid, go and get Luka Modric, who's like 1 million coins cheaper and tradable. Of course, again, you don't get the links with these guys. I understand that completely. But these prime icons are heavily overpriced to the point where I think if you actually did their loans, used them for 20 games and finished those 20 games, you would probably come away from it thinking, yep, not much better than what I already had. And then last but not least, the fan favourite, guys. 4-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves for Ronaldinho. Just, again, a fantastic card, but I can't help but think this is too close to Neymar's card already. Good jumping, good stamina, good strength, not very good aggression, perfect dribbling, great passing, great shooting, great pace. You could do anything with this. You put a hunter card on him, an engine card on him, a hawk card on him. You could put a sniper card on him, a finisher card on him. Any way, which way you want to boost the stats that you specifically want would be the best. I gave him a maestro to boost dribbling, shooting, and passing because I think his pace is already quite good enough. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and play a game with this guy. I'm going to switch the team around in game. I am going to be playing Matthaus in defence, funnily enough, at 5'9" tall, because I don't have an icon centre back in my squad because I didn't do Rio Ferdinand or any of the other defenders. So I'm going to swap it around in game. I'm going to be putting Van Basten into cam. Dennis Bergkamp's going to go down into midfield, and Ronaldinho is going to go up front. This is the team. Let's get into a game. All right, guys, into the game we go. Well, damn. This is what you get for being in Division 10 on an account where you don't play games. All my games on this account are all done on squad battles. I played one Division 10 game before. I thought I'd at least come up against a decent squad. This guy has got 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 loans. Low chemistry. You know what? I am still going to change the squad around. Don't quit because I paused it. I'm not going to change formation. I just want to put Ronaldinho up front. I mean, is this a fair representation of how these icons are going to be or going to play? Probably not. I think we're more looking towards me just having a bit of fun here. But I am glad, and I'm happy to do this live and talk to you guys about it, because I am glad that I'm not doing the Prime Icon cards anymore, you know. When Prime Icons were first introduced into FIFA, and when icons in general were first introduced into FIFA, I was super excited. I thought EA had done a madness, basically. I thought they had done some exceptional stuff. But over the past few months, seeing how they've released them and then getting some information from Reddit a couple weeks ago that EA are releasing the top icons, scaling with the best players in the game so that they're not overpowered as hell, it really made me just kind of feel deflated about this. You know, I don't want to use R9 Ronaldo. Is this guy gonna quit straight away? I'll play another game if he quits straight away. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't want to use R9 Ronaldo in like May. What's the point? It would literally be over 50% done, and it will be kind of well, not even kind of pointless. It will just be absolutely pointless to have done so. So yeah, I mean, I feel like they've just let the community down with the way they've addressed and released icons and such. Oh, look at Ronaldinho's hair. I love it. Oh, this isn't Ronaldinho at his best. Is he going to come away with that ball? No, he's not. Yeah, and what I would wish for is that they made them a little bit more in keeping with the general price of players. For example, again, you know, you've got that Luka Modric who is going to give you a... Oh, go on, Dennis. Oh, wow, good tackle. Is going to give you a good sense of top-tier player. Is Ronaldinho going to bang that? Oof, the pace on that. Is Donnarumma managed to pick it up? Yeah, it gives you a good sense of having a top-tier player. You know, Luka Modric, 96 rated, right? 96 rated Luka Modric. And EA have got him... Well, the market has decided that he's worth about 1.5 million. Yet Lothar Matthaus' card is probably going to be on the market. If you can craft him for 2.5 million, he's probably going to be selling for about 3 million. You know, a little bit more than what you can craft him for. And I just think they're way overpriced for what they are. And I don't think they fairly captured the prime of the player. Case in point would be Van Basten. Now, obviously, you don't want to just give Van Basten stats that he doesn't deserve or hasn't earned, because then that would just completely defeat the purpose of having these players in their prime. But a prime Van Basten, an 80-some-odd rated player, should not ever be in a situation for costing 600,000 coins, being 90 whatever rated. He should never be in a situation where like an 87 rated in-form Raphael is more appealing than him. And that, sadly, I don't like. I'm just using Raphael as a small example because I know his stats are pretty crazy too. And that's sadly how it is. And the same with Ronaldinho. You know, it's going to cost you 2.5 to 2.8 million to craft this Ronaldinho. Sure, you'll generate some of that revenue back from the packs that you get, and of course you might already have plenty of cards in your club so that you don't have to spend more coins than is necessary to complete that. That's for absolute certain. This guy's giving me a hell of a game. Fair play. That's for sure. But when you then consider the fact that you can go and get a ones to watch Neymar, who will undoubtedly be upgraded even more. We might even score there. Yeah, who undoubtedly would be upgraded even more and is half the price and tradable. This Ronaldinho all of a sudden becomes undesirable. I don't think people will do it. I don't think they want to do it. And I feel like in that sense, EA have just missed a huge trick with the Prime Icons, because they could have released this Ronaldinho with much more reasonable SBC requirements that would have had people excited to use him. And I understand the one side, you know, EA don't want every single person under the sun to be running around with a prime icon Ronaldinho. You know, there has to be some kind of price tag on his head so that your standard weekend league team isn't somebody with 11 prime icons. And that's probably how it would go if they made them too cheap. But at the same time, I just think they've got it wrong how they've released them, how much they're going for. And that might be due to a few things. It might be due to the fact that, first and foremost, there are alternative players that are considerably better. And secondly, it might be because they are upgrading the players that are around these kind of guys too much. You know, instead, you know, this year specifically, the boosts they give, any silver card that gets an inform, it immediately goes to a gold inform. And then any gold card immediately goes to an 81 rated... oh, that pass was terrible. An 81 rated inform. And any 80 or higher rated card goes to an 84 rated inform. So these huge boosts they're getting. And then, although some people don't believe in chem styles, I personally do, and EA have given the information themselves. But not only these huge boosts that they're giving, first and foremost, and then the huge chem style boost that they're giving, and the fact that cards are so tailored this year because of FUT Champs, where you're looking for very specific stats. For example, on strikers, 4-star, 4-star, high agility, high balance, good pace, good finishing, good composure. Once you get those things, the rest of it just doesn't really matter. And what that's caused is just a huge imbalance in the difference between your bog standard Gabriel Jesus and then your prime icon Hernandez. And people would rather have Gabriel Jesus than prime icon Hernandez, and it should never be that way. So I think EA have made a few mistakes there. Like I say, I get that they don't want everyone running around with prime icons, and so they don't want to... Jesus, where's my right back going? So they don't just want to allow everyone to be able to complete it for free. But in terms of video content for the prime icons, for me, good goal. For me, I would much prefer to not do them anymore, not give EA the satisfaction of taking my coins away from me for an icon that is no better than a card that I could have just bought, when instead I can come onto the video, I can do a loan version of the icon. We can still look at the icons, we can still see their in-game stats, we can still play with them and experience them. It's not like they're lesser versions of the loans. It is still the exact same card for 20 games instead of for unlimited games, and we can have fun with the icons, experience them, and not feel obliged to keep them or to burn coins when really we don't want to. And you know what's crazy is EA doesn't want that. EA wants you to burn your coins on these icons. They don't want you to buy tradable players. The reason why the untradable market is so huge and why EA do so much with the untradable market is because they absolutely love the fact that people burn away their coins. They wouldn't keep putting up... they wouldn't make all the player of the months and so on and so forth untradables. They wouldn't make that Andrea Pirlo untradable. They wouldn't do all the SBCs, the bronze to silver upgrade, the silver to gold upgrade, and the gold to the 2-player gold upgrade packs, the team of the week upgrade packs. They wouldn't make them all untradable if the untradable market was bad for the economy. But the untradable market is so good for the economy that that's all EA want you to do. And so with these prime icons, they love it every time someone does it, because it just removes coins off the market. It then assumes a player that is just can never be sold. So if you need then another player, what are you going to do? You can't go and sell your Van Basten prime icon that you've just spent 600,000 coins crafting. So you're going to have to go and buy some packs, or spend some real money or some more time on the game to get what you want. And it exactly feeds into their hands. And I just don't want to do that anymore. For my channel, like, I spoke about this on Twitter, and I said that from now on, I'm not opening packs. I will still open packs because I need the coins to do SBCs and stuff when they do come out. But generally speaking, I don't want to open packs anymore because they're just a rip-off. I spent 100,000 FIFA points this team of the year. 100,000 FIFA points, which is worth about £800 in real money. And what I got to show for that was one player worth 100,000 coins and no other player worth more than about 40 to 50,000 coins. And that is just absolutely unacceptable. There was some stuff on Reddit, there was a thread on Reddit about my tweet. And on that thread, it was discussed that how crazy is it that you can spend £800 on in-game add-ons, not... this isn't including buying the actual game. This is in-game add-ons, £800, and not only do you not come away with all of the content, in what game do you spend £800 and you don't get like a vast majority at the very least of the content? But not only do you not come away with a big amount of the content, you don't even scratch the surface for the content. And for me, that's just disgusting. So I don't want to indulge in it anymore. And if that means my video making changes, if that means we go more heavy on drafts and gameplay and building coins and series that don't require humongous amount of coins, if that means I can no longer do prime icon SBC videos or player of the month SBC videos or anything like that, then so be it. I'd rather change my channel and develop myself as a YouTuber than keep feeding this greed machine that is EA for cards that are no better than other cards in the game at considerably cheaper prices just for a few hundred extra views. It's just not worth it for me. So I hope that you guys can appreciate where I'm coming from in this video and understand why on this video now. I'm going to try this with these icons. If you guys enjoy this kind of video, I'll do this more. You know, with the Player of the Month as well. I might do the Player of the Month one still, but with Player of the Month, I will just do the Lone Player of the Month. We'll take a look at the requirements. We'll take a look at what's good to sell, what's good to buy, where you can make profit, and then play a game or 2 or 3 or more with the player. But if you guys don't generally like this style of video where I'm playing with the cards instead, then I will actually figure out a way to do something different and a bit more interesting. So it's basically on you and what you guys want out of it at the end of the day. That should be 3-1. It's not going to be 3-1. This guy is very good, by the way. Like, I know my team isn't. I don't want to say it isn't good, because it is good. I know. Like, I have some weird players in this team. Like, obviously, I've got Munir at right back, and he's not exactly a meta right back. He's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I've got Lothar Matthaus in at centre back. I've got Robert Pires at centre mid. I've got a heavy attack-based set of icons, but this guy has got like weird loan cards, low chemistry, Donnarumma in goal, and I've got a full icons team, albeit two non-icons, sorry, like a 9 out of 11 icons team, and I'm struggling against him, and that should not be the case in Division 10. Because that's where we are right now, guys. I'm not trying to act like this is Division 1 or anything. This is indeed Division 10. This should be a goal from here. I've got options on the inside. Boom, there it is. Cuts it across. Dennis Bergkamp with the miss of dreams. 67 minutes into this game. But yeah, so I'm open to suggestions, guys. I'm happy to do the videos like this going forwards, or I'm happy, like I say, to think of. I'm really enjoying draft right now. Obviously, I'm loving Draft to Glory a lot. I know it's not everyone's bag, and I know people get mad triggered about how I draft sometimes. But hey, man, you have to deal with that. Hopefully, the good gameplay and the packs outweigh the drafting side of things that you like. I think we just have. I think a lot of us just have different ideas on what a good draft consists of, right? For me, I personally like to go for something that's going to win. I know a lot of people prefer to go for chemistry. I prefer to go for like player ratings and stuff. So that team of the year, Messi is a prime example. I prefer to go for the team of the year Messi instead of taking a 95 Messi, whereas other people would say, hey, that 95 Messi is so good, so I just want to take him. So I know we have different visions of what a good draft is considered. But I'm more than happy to take less on SBCs and showing you guys all this sort of stuff, and more on building new series, maybe a loan, something to do with the loans. I don't know, loan players and things like that. Maybe more squad builders to come out that incorporate the loan prime icons, and so on and so forth. Because as I say, I have so many. Look how many prime icons I have in here already. I have Bergkamp, I have Del Piero, I have Hernandez, I have Robert Pires, I have Roberto Carlos. I think I have one more, I can't remember exactly. And that's 5 icons that I've done that I can't do anything with. That I did the Rui Costa as well, that I got rid of, that I can't do anything with, that I don't even use, because I don't even use this account to play games. I play all my games on the, big save, all my games on the Road to Glory account. So what's the point of me having the full versions of these if I didn't have the full versions of all these icons? You know what I could have done instead? I could have bought the full Team of the Year team, played a divisions run with the full Team of the Year team, and then sold them afterwards when I was done with them. But because I've spent so many coins on all the Futmas SBCs and all the Player of the Month SBCs and all of the special SBCs that have come up, including prime icons, I've got no coins on this account. I've got like 600,000 coins on an account that I've probably spent about 10, maybe 15,000 pounds on. And that to me is just ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. So no more, no more. And I urge you guys to do the same. I urge you guys to stop indulging in this untradeable market and start using your coins for building your team for tradable players. Because with tradable players, even if you lose coins, you can just get them back. Like you can sell the card. You might lose 20% or 30% by depreciation. Hell, you might even lose 50% by depreciation. You might buy a player for 300,000 and now he's worth 150,000. But guess what? If you complete an icon for 300,000, you get none of that 300,000 back. That's just gone forever. So, getting 150,000 back for a 300,000 coin card is way better, of course, than getting nothing back for a 300,000 coin card. Now, this game, guys, I thought I was going to get a rage quit within the first few minutes. I thought he was just going to pause it and quit. He's got a very weird Very weird team. And I did not expect as good a game as he's given me. So credit, very much credit to my opponent for putting in a really good game. With the team he's got versus the team that I got, I mean, really credit to him. He's done fantastically well. But we have managed to come away with a win here today. I would assume we're going to be able to finish off this win too. Maybe I'll get a 4th goal. We did score 1 goal with Ronaldinho there. I think I also scored 1 with Dennis Bergkamp. Did I? I can't remember who the goal scorers were. It might have been 2 with Ronaldinho actually. Oh no, Del Piero got the first, and Ronaldinho got 2 goals for himself too. So, did those again? The point of playing with these prime icons was to sit there and think, man, did they feel great? No, they didn't. They didn't feel amazing at all. I was playing against. Look at the team I was playing against. Let's have a look at it real quick. Player ratings. Like Mkhitaryan, Lacazette, Payet, Iniesta, Fabinho, Nainggolan, Godin, Luis, Ferdinand, Rudiger and Donnarumma, all wildly off chemistry against my prime icon team, and I struggled. I had a bit more possession, a few less shots, a little bit better passing. They're not all that and some. They are not actually worth it in the overall scheme of FIFA. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.